You've probably had big dreams and great plans, but every time you look back, you find yourself standing still, unable to move. Have you ever felt like you knew exactly what you needed to do to succeed, but somehow you couldn't get started? You read books, watch videos, listen to advice, but every time you want to take action, you feel insecure, self-doubt, and procrastinate. If you've ever felt this way, don't worry, you're not alone. Most of us know exactly what we need to do. That one small change, one small step, is enough to start it all. So why not do it? Why stand there watching the opportunity pass by without being able to seize it? The answer may not be that you lack knowledge or skills, but that you're battling your own fear. The fear of failure, the fear of not being good enough, and sometimes the fear of facing your own failure. That is the reason why you hesitate, procrastinate, and cannot fulfill your dreams. You think you need to have everything perfect before you can start, but life does not wait for perfection. What you need is the first step, no matter how small, no matter how imperfect, but that step will change everything. So have you ever asked yourself, if I start today, how will I change tomorrow? If I just take one small step today, one day I will look back and see how far I have come. In this video, I'll explore with you a simple but extremely effective solution to overcome this procrastination. We'll look at the wrong thoughts, the bad habits that are holding you back, and most importantly, we'll find a way to change that. The change doesn't always have to be big. Sometimes it's just a small change, but enough to get you started, enough to feel motivated and step forward with more confidence. Before we get into the details, if you find this sharing useful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. Be a part of this community where we overcome challenges together, take action together, and progress every day. So don't hesitate any longer. Join me on this journey of change today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope what's coming next will help you find the motivation to fulfill your own dreams. When you look back, do you see your dreams still unfulfilled, even though you know what you need to do to achieve them? This story is not yours alone. We have all been there. When we have a plan, we have everything prepared, but we just can't get started. We keep putting it off. You think that if you just give it a little more time, a little more preparation, then you will have the confidence to act. But time passes, and you are still standing still. There is a story that I want to share with you. The story of a man named Tom. Tom was a man full of passion and dreams. He had a stable job, but he always felt like he was standing outside of real life. He wanted to start his own business, to build a new career, to change his life. But a year, 2 years, 3 years passed, and Tom was still standing still. He always felt that he was not ready enough, did not have enough knowledge, did not have enough time. Every day, Tom read books, watched videos, listened to lectures about success, about business, but he never dared to step out of his comfort zone. The fear of failure always followed him. He thought he needed to have a perfect strategy, a perfect plan, and that he could not make mistakes. Then procrastination became his companion. But one day, everything changed. Tom realized a painful truth. He didn't lack knowledge. He didn't lack ability. He just lacked one thing: action. He understood that procrastination was not a sign of ignorance, but a reflection of a deeper fear, the fear of failure. And from that realization, Tom changed his life. He stopped waiting for everything to be perfect. He started taking action, even if it wasn't perfect, even if it wasn't completely confident. And as a result, after a few months, his business began to grow, and he created the life he had always dreamed of. Tom's story is our story. Why do we know what to do but don't do it? Because we are stuck in our own thoughts. We are afraid of being wrong, afraid of failing, afraid of things not being perfect. And while we are afraid, time passes. Opportunities that we could have taken are missed, and our dreams gradually become dreams that were never lived. So how do we break out of this cycle so we can make our dreams come true? The answer is simple, yet difficult to implement. Take action. Don't wait until everything is perfect. Don't wait until you feel ready. Taking actions is the key to breaking free from procrastination. But how do you start taking action when everything around you seems to be holding you back? First of all, you need to understand that procrastination is not a sign of laziness. It is a sign of mental paralysis. When a task is too big, our brains automatically try to avoid it. It is a natural mechanism to help us avoid feeling overwhelmed. But the problem is, the more we procrastinate, the worse we feel, and the deeper the procrastination loop becomes. Therefore, the only way to break free from procrastination is to change the way we approach the task. The first step is to break it down into smaller tasks. When you look at a big goal, like writing a book, you can feel overwhelmed. You think you have to write hundreds of pages, you have to have perfect content from the start. But that's the wrong way to think. You don't have to do it all at once. Break it down into smaller tasks. If you want to write a book, start by writing 1 page a day. 1 page a day may not sound like much, but if you write 1 page a day, after a month you'll have 30 pages. After a year you'll have a book. The important thing isn't what you do all at once, but what you do every day. When you break it down into smaller steps, it's easier to get started and less overwhelming. The second step is to take action, even if you're not ready. Most of us have an excuse for procrastination. I don't know enough. I'm not ready enough. But the truth is that no one is ever perfect from the beginning. You will never have enough information, enough confidence to start. Therefore, instead of waiting for perfection, take action even if you don't feel ready. Action is how you learn and grow. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake is a valuable lesson that helps you get closer to your goals. The third step is to get motivated by progress. One of the biggest reasons we procrastinate is because we don't feel like we're making progress. As you begin to take action, even if it's just small steps, reward yourself for each step you take. Small accomplishments, whether it's writing a sentence or completing a section of a presentation, add up. When you feel like you're making progress, you'll be more motivated to keep going. Remember, every small step is a step closer to your dream. Finally, I want to share a very simple but extremely powerful philosophy. Action, no matter how small, is always more powerful than waiting. Perfection will never come if you do not take action. And if you just stand still, you will never be able to change your life. Start today with a small action and feel the difference it brings. Looking back at Tom's story, what do you notice? It was his fear, his expectation of perfection that made him procrastinate and miss opportunities. But when he decided to step outside his comfort zone, when he took action, even if it wasn't perfect, he changed his life. And you too. You don't lack knowledge. You don't lack ability. What you lack is action. If you're stuck between your dreams and procrastination, remember that progress doesn't come from doing everything perfectly the first time, but from taking small steps every day. Remember, every day you take action, even if it's just one small step, is a day you are getting closer to your goal. Success is not a distant destination, but an accumulation of small, consistent steps. So don't let waiting for perfection paralyze you. Start today with a simple action, and you will see miraculous changes in your life. Don't wait for a perfect time, because the best time is now. Remember, no matter how small, action is always more powerful than waiting. And if you find these shares useful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspirational videos to help you overcome all obstacles and take action every day to change your life. Start today, because you deserve to have the life you dream of. Take action and progress with me every day, my friend.